Hi everyone, this is Alex Cusick, and I'm going to be presenting my updated learning plan for Pabulum. Have you listened to your gut? The problem. Many individuals suffer from gut-related allergies and sensitivities for years. Most of those in silence, while coding their problems with a concoction of over-the-counter medication or pills. Many may not even realize the solution to their problems is much simpler. Food allergies are on the rise. The CDC and Prevention reports that the prevalence of food allergy in children increased by 50% between 1997 and 2011. Between 1997 and 2008, the prevalence of peanut or tree nut allergy appears to have more than tripled in US children. Surprising evidence. Food allergies are often seen as a condition that begins in childhood. So the idea that 45% of adults with food allergies develop them in adulthood is surprising. It can be triggered by something totally unrelated. For example, I started feeling a tingling sensation in my upper lips and itchy throat, and proceeded into coughing fit, along with sneezing, and my thinking process started to get confusing. All the symptoms that I experienced recently after eating peanuts were back and stronger than ever. I was confused because I did not have peanuts for lunch. Why was I getting sick? Often allergies are misdiagnosed. FDA researchers analyzed food allergy prevalence from 2001, 2006, and 2010. FDA food safety surveys and found that 9.1% of adults reported having a food allergy in 2001. That number jumped 13% in 2010. However, because a medical professional didn't necessarily confirm these diagnoses, it's not clear if they were true allergies. Current solution. The current solution is basically writing down everything you eat and drink daily. The problem with this is you can forget or not have your journal. You don't always have a pen and paper ready. Inputting individual data is tedious, especially when you're short on time. This goes for the mobile apps. It's hard to quickly see the data. Often your writing can get muddy, and you won't have enough to share with your doctor. Oftentimes it's inconsistent. Proposed problem solution. Create a system that makes tracking food and food-related reactions easier. So influencers and inspiration. LifeSum. LifeSum has both a web app and a mobile application. They have an easy interface. The colors are harmonious. It's not overwhelming. They have a great sense of space and text. I think that it is valid to go take a look here. The problem with this app, however, is its main focus is weight loss. But as you can see here, there's a lot of good pieces of information, a lot of inspiration that we can look at here. This is a look at what their mobile app looks like. Really cool. Their tracker. This is how you input your data. The daily. They have personalized diets. They have habit trackers. The other good thing is that they go in a lot of detail before you sign up. They have recipes. And then a life score. So they almost gamify the whole experience. I really like the way that they do their charts. And they have a great sense of use of photos along with graphics that they've developed themselves. MyFitnessPal is another one. Theirs is just pretty basic. Probably the more difficult one to actually input your food. So yeah. They also have a very straightforward interface. When you log in, everything's to the left side is like your menu. You have your calories in your diary, as well as a quick synopsis of what's going on in your diet. Another favorite of mine is Fitbit Dash standing for their dashboard on their web application. So they also have a web application as well as a mobile application. Their web application goes in further detail than their mobile one. And you can see, as we're going to check out here, okay, so here, theirs is very widget-like. You can log in your food, your calories, all in here. This looks totally different from what it does on your mobile app. You can log in your activities. Seems like the internet's being slow, I'm sorry. And it goes into great detail here on their graph. Your weight. And your sleep. Your sleep is much closer to what it actually looks like on your app. You can click on individual pieces of data and it shows you a timeline. Go back to your dashboard. The really cool part about their dashboard is every single one of these is little widgets that you can get rid of. You can interact with it as well. For example, this one, as soon as you put your mouse over it, it gives you a quick like 53% out of 10,000. Changes it from individual data to just an overview. Each one of these has a little bit of a interactivity. Recent exercises, food. Have you tracked your food there? Some steps. Water. It's really interesting here. You can delete the goals. It's really cool, actually. You can go back in time. Okay. And then this is just a few boards that I found online that really resonated with me. I really like the green and the subtle colors here. They're not too strong. They kind of have a subtle hue to them. I really like this as an inspiration for the landing page as you scroll through. And then this is what Pabulum looked like before. Again, you can start seeing some of the similarities in color here. Even some similarities with some of the apps that I just showed. Solution proposal. To create an easy-to-use web app and mobile app experience that harnesses emerging technology today. So one of the things that I'm thinking about adding to this is object recognition using your cell phone camera, keyword recipe search optimization, dictation recognition, and the ease of syncing to trackers and approved medical devices. And then here's some work in progress. First, I had to take a look at this user flow that I had created before. There are going to be some things that I'm not going to be able to fully flesh out in the mobile version of this due to some, timing restrictions. But I do hope to at least touch on each one of these items, fingers crossed, for the final. I have some style tiles that I created. I'm starting to look at and trying to figure out which colors are going to work together. If there's too many colors, does it make sense to have patterns? So here's one. Here's another one. I really like what's going on in this one. And then a third one here. Very subtle background texture. And the next steps are to complete some wireframes and style tiles and then begin implementing them into some basic HTML. And if you have any questions, I added some references in the back here and more references. Okay. And then I updated my project learning plan. I added some videos, some refresher videos to take a look at. I think that's really important, especially given the nature of this semester. So right now we're at week 1. So this is the end of the project pitch and presentation. Began working on style tiles, began working on wireframe, rough sketches, began to gather content for mockups and data for Fox charts. One thing that I need to address here is I will be looking to recruit another individual to track some of the food items that they will be eating in order for me to implement that data, hopefully in the charts that I create in the coming weeks. And then I did also add some check-ins. And that is the end of my presentation. Can't wait to talk to everybody on Tuesday. Until then, have a good night. Bye.